Welcome to Shows World Gamers, Josh here, and welcome back to the channel where we're jumping into Competition 29. That's right, 29. There it is right there. Competition 29. I can't believe we're 29 weeks in, but we are still loving Nintendo World Championships NES Edition. Well, except for Ice Climber. If you watch our video last week, we were not having fun with Ice Climber. But hey, look at this. We got 5 new challenges this week, and there is no Ice Climber. So I'm pretty stoked about that. But before we jump in here, do me a favor. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. And if you're enjoying these videos, hit that like button. But without further ado, let's get in here and see what we are up against this week. All right. And so in this video, we're going to start off playing each of these, kind of getting an initial score. And then right after that, we will be back. We will finalize these scores. And in this same video, the day you watch this, if you're watching this the day I release it, would be Monday. That is when we find out how we did against the rest of the world. So we're going to do it all in this video. You're going to see what we do, how we finalize, and then whether we were successful facing the rest of the world or if we get absolutely bodied. But first, we're going to jump in, get our initial scores. So it looks like these are the contests we have this week. Metroid with quick draw. This has been in the contest before. I think we have to take out 3 little guys real quick. So we have done this one. Fire in the Hole is another one we've had. It seems like it wasn't too long ago that we had this one. This is the one where I think we throw like a bomb or a fireball or something and it opens that door and we got to just go in. And then we got Curtain Call Larry, which we have not had yet. So this is one we're going to have to take out Iggy. We're going to be taking on Iggy this time in Super Mario Bros. 3. And then moving on to Zelda 2. So we got a Zelda 1 and a Zelda 2 on this one. We got Magic Jar Excavation. So this is another one that has not been in the contest yet. I think we have to dig through the blocks to get it, if I remember correctly. And then Evasion is Key. All right. And this one, I thought this one was in before. We may have just not done, because I think we missed like the first 1 or 2 competitions. We were just playing through the game regularly and didn't get into those till afterwards. So this one may have been one of the really early ones, but in Mario 2, it'll be a familiar spot. We have to get across the big opening, go down the pipe, grab the key, jump out, go in the door. But let's jump in here. We'll start with quick draw and we'll just start working on getting our initial score here. And I think we actually had a pretty good score last time, 2.50. All right. All right, we got to go to just the right, the edge of that. All right, there we go. There we go. 275, not too bad. Ooh, 271, a little bit better, a little bit better. $251. All right, that's almost our personal best right there. Pretty good. All right, we messed that one up. I didn't go far enough. $268. $276. Oh, I stopped shooting. That might have been a pretty good one, too. It felt pretty smooth. All right, 3. All right, well, This you kind of get the gist of this. That's going to be what it is, just trying to shave off. We got a pretty good score there with a 2.51. Our personal best last one was a 2.50, and I think that was a pretty good score. So I think a 2.51, that's a good starting point here. We will be back to finalize this score, but I think that's a pretty good starting point there. So we'll go ahead and move on to Fire in the Hole. And I think I remember this one. Yep. All right, so we gotta use B to place the bomb. We got hit. We didn't place it far enough. All right, 371. So our best is a 2.56. Got to figure out what the best strategy. Maybe I go down first. I don't know. That seemed pretty slow. That's our best for the competition, but. All right, that's 290. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Much better. Oh, we got hit that time. I need to go down just a little bit further. I wasn't over far enough. Ooh, 288, a little bit better, a little bit better. Still not our best, which is a 256. All right, we're having controller issues here. I'm using that controller I have issues with. When we finalize these scores, I'm definitely going to use the dog-eared controllers. Man, that guy just sent us flying out of the way. I'm just holding down, and it's going all over the place. See, I never held up. Alright, well, this is kind of annoying, but... Come on. Maybe I'll use the analog stick. Well, that ain't gonna be it. $281, a little bit better, a little bit better. We'll take that. $276, getting it down there, getting it down there. Yeah, we got to not get hit by that guy. I feel like it's a little random the way the guys move too, so it's not always the same. 278. All right, if we get hit by that first one, we're going to get hit by the second one, so we got to dodge him. I wonder if I can go forward and get past that guy. I think that might have worked. If I got to just go over and then down, over, down, over. I don't know if I can get past him. Ooh, okay. I needed to set the bomb earlier. $265. Let's go. Okay, now we're starting to get it down there. I think that's a little bit better strategy. Need to go down just a tad bit lower. Okay, we tied our bet. We tied our record. All right, I think that's a good starting point there. I think we got a pretty good strategy there. We will be back to finalize this one, but hey, I think that's a pretty darn good start there. We tied our best on that. I mean, we're 1/100th of a second behind on quick draw, so we're right there. Good start to this week. We're going to move on to Curtain Call Iggy. And this is a new one to the contest, but we have faced a couple of the other Koopa kids from Mario 3. So we pretty much know what to do. Ah, I didn't get the hit on it. Oh, and then I missed that. All right. All right. I missed it again. All right, our new best, 10.33. We're definitely going to have to improve on that, though. All right. I'm thinking maybe I'd go to the right instead of to the left. Like this. Keep him lower. There we go. 9:03. There we go. Much better. I think that one was actually pretty quick, too. Oh. We got hit there, so I'm sure that one kind of ruined our run. Still a 9.80. Not bad. Ah. $9.66. Ah, we missed him. All right. That 903 I think is pretty good. I wonder if we can get pre-9. I would be pretty stoked. Oops. I think it's easier just to keep him in that corner to do it that way. Oops. That wasn't fast enough. I need to do like a mini jump right when I land. Like that. There we go. Ah. There we... Oh, that was slower. 9:16. I thought that was going to be our new best. Ah, a little low there. 9.66. All right. We had a good second hit there, but... Ah, we need to hit him before he hits the ground. All right. Pre-10, I feel, is still pretty good, though. Ah, thought I was going to time that just perfect. Can I just run off and hit him? No. Oh, messed up on the jump. Whoa, that was crazy. Oh, I did hit him on that like that. $9.33, and I messed up on the jump. All right. We don't want to get hit that many times. Ah, a little bit too early on that third one. Second one, I think I need to bounce the other way. And that 903 is looking better and better by the second. I let him hit the ground. $9.63. Ah, he hit the ground again. 953. Man, if you hit the shell when it's still spinning, it just sends you like flying. Ooh, that was a good hit. Ah. All right, this is definitely not going to be it. All right. Well, 10.43. I think that 9.03 is actually a pretty good starting point. So I think, man, I think that might be a pretty good score. I still feel like we can get sub 9. So when we come back to finalize our scores, I'm going to try and get a sub 9 there. But we are going to jump forward and move on to the next game, which is Magic Jar Excavation. All right, I don't know. Got to check this one out. All right. All right. We'll figure this out as we go. All right, 5, 6, 1. That's our best, but not an S. Oh, I gotta hit it. Can I just go straight down onto it? No, I still have to hit it. Actually makes it... Okay, so you don't want to go straight down on it. Alright, we got to figure out the strategy on this one. Alright. $570. I don't know if there's something I'm doing wrong strategy-wise, because we haven't gotten close to getting an S. 556, I mean, it's our new best, but it's still not an S. Alright. I think we're doing it right. Alright, well, that's not it. I feel like there might be a strategy we're just missing here. Alright, there's an S. 533. Alright, the question is, can we get sub 5 on this one? $523, a little bit better, a little bit better. Okay, I don't think we want to make it fall all the way down. We want to get it on that second level. $536, a little slower, but still an S. $535. $540. I feel like we're going a little bit slower, I don't know if there's another strategy we need to use here. I mean, we're 1/10 of a second away from our best. Up. $543. $540. 5-4-0 again. All right. I think that's a pretty good starting point, 5-2-3. I really want to, when we come back to finalize that, I think both of these, we're going to try and get sub 9 on Curtain Call Iggy, and on Magic Jar Excavation. I don't know. It might be pretty steep to get sub 5, but we're going to try and get sub 5. We'll have to see if there's any other strategies. But we are moving on to Mario 2, and I know what this one is. I know what this one is, and there is a trick to it. All right. Hey, that's not bad. 17.75. We used the special super fast trick. That was pretty good. Oops. This trick is harder than I made it look there on first try. Ah, dang it. All right. Well, we messed up there. I hate playing as Luigi in this game. His jumping is just brutal. All right, 1701, a little bit better, a little bit better. We haven't gotten a nice smooth run on this one yet though, so. Ah. Oops. We jumped too late that time. All right. Oh, that was actually slower. 17.20. I thought that was going to be even. I thought it was going to be quicker, but I guess not. Oh, I thought you could make it just by walking off of that guy, so then you can. Oops, I didn't jump high enough. Okay, we need to figure out how to get in that pipe faster. That wasn't even close. I started off so good. Jumping too late. Jumping way too early. Here we go. Not jumping off of the... I don't even know what those guys are called in this game. Little devil guys. Ah, dang it. I thought I was going to get the jump there first try. Alright, well this is definitely not going to be it. 1903, still enough. That 1701 may be actually a pretty dang good score the way it's looking. God, if I could just get that down, we'd be in good shape. Ah, I thought that was going to be faster. All right, I think that 1701 is actually a pretty good score. It's a good starting point. We are gonna jump forward here in just a moment. Let's take a quick look at where I think I'm feeling pretty good about actually all these scores, but we're going to look to improve them just a little bit. So we're actually going to jump forward in the video right now and get these, get our final scores locked in, our final speed runs locked in. We'll jump forward right now. And we are back to finalize these scores. So let's get in here. All right, we're going to start with quick draw. All right, so our time right now is a 2:51. I believe in our last contest, I think we got a 250. So we need to improve. All right, gamers. Well, we've gotten right around that 2.6, 2.7, 2.5, but we have not been able to break that 2.51. So we're going to have to move on to the next one, which is Fire in the Hole. All right. I think that's a pretty good score we got, though. I mean, it was pretty good last time with the 2.50. I mean, 100th of a second above that. But let's get in here and take a look. So our current score in this one is a 2.56. 251. That is our new best. Let's go. All right, and 251, pretty good score there. Look at that. So quick draw and Fire in the Hole. We've got 2.51s on both of those. I think those are both pretty good scores. We are going to move on to Curtain Call Iggy, which, man, we got some pretty good scores here on these. But Curtain Call Iggy, our time right now is a 9:03. So we'll look to see if we can improve on this one. Oh, let's go. Under 9. 8.96. All right, let's go. Feeling pretty good about that. All right, and I think 8.96 is a pretty good score for that one. Feeling pretty good. We did get under 9. That's what we were hoping for, was to get under that 9-second mark, and we were successful with that 8.96. So we are going to move on to Magic Jar Excavation now, and our time on this one, I think this is a pretty good score too, a 5.23. See what we can do. Let's go. 4.98. All right, we got sub 5. That's what we were hoping for. All right, 4.98. Let's go. All right, I'm pretty happy with that one. So we are going to move on to Evasion is Key, and which our time is a 17.01, which isn't terrible. I mean, but we haven't hit this one perfect yet. Let's go. 15.51. We did have one little hiccup there, but I think that's a pretty good score. Even a little bit better, 15.43. Let's go. Let's go. 15.10. All right. That is our new best. All right. And I'm feeling pretty good about that 15.10 here. I think we got back on track this week. I think we're going to get all golds, but we're going to find out here in just a moment. So 2.251. The only one is that quick draw. Last time it was in the competition, we got a 2.50. This time just a 2.51. Fire in the Sky, we improved with a 2.51 on that one. Curtain Call, we got below that 9-second mark we were hoping for. Magic Jar, we got below that 5-second mark we were hoping for. And Evasion is Key, had a pretty clean run there to get the 15.10. All right, we're going to jump forward now and see how we did. And we are back to find out how we did. But first, our sneak peek of Competition 30. That's right. We are all the way to competition 30. And what do we got here? All right. We have a Mario Lost Levels. We have Zelda 2. We have Mario 1, Mario 2. And, ooh, the master one's going to be Kirby's Adventure. That's going to be a tough one for me. I just am not great at speedrunning Kirby, but we'll jump in here. And, hey, we're going for all golds again this week. But let's see how we did in this current one. I think we had some pretty good times, but I guess we will find out. All right, so here we go. Oh, I never did get back into Quick Draw. This one had been on a previous tournament where we got 2.50, so this time 2.51, not quite as good, but let's see how we fared up against the rest of the world here. All right, let's see, come on. All right, 369, that's going to be a gold, top 8%. All right, so we're starting off with a gold, we'll take that. And at the birthday, we got 16th place, top 9%. That's another gold. All right, so we're off to a good start with golds. Now, Fire in the Hole. This one was on a previous one before, and we actually did improve our score. So let's see how we did on this one, The Legend of Zelda. All right, a little over 5,000 people, 157. 157, so that's top 4%. Another gold medal. Let's go. All right, now at the age group, I was 9 years old when this game released. Oh, we placed 10th place. 10th place, top 6%. Let's go. All right, moving on to... God, this was such a great week of games. Look at that, Metroid, and then a bunch of Mario and Zelda. You can't go wrong with that. We have a lot of Mario this coming week, too, which I'm all for that. Mario is my favorite gaming franchise of all time. But back to it, Curtain Call Iggy. We got an 8.96. That was the first time this one was in the competition. Let's see how we fared. All right, a little over 5,000 people. 212. That is going to put us in the top 4%. Another gold. Let's check it at the age group. I was 12 years old when this released. I remember me and my friend wanted this game so bad. Okay, we'll take that a 12th. That's top 6%. And when I finally got my hands on it, I was blown away. Such an amazing game. One of the greatest platformers ever made, Mario 3. All right, moving on to Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link. I've had a love-hate relationship with this game. I've had so many issues. I had 2 different copies of this game when I was a kid that I think the batteries had issues in them or something, because I get to a certain point and it would delete my save. Oh, it used to make me mad. So I got a different copy at like a pawn shop or something like that. And I had the same issue. I got pretty far into the game and then it deleted my save. So, yep. Zelda 2. Not my favorite Zelda game, but let's see how we did here. We still got in there, 9%. 9%, 402. I thought that score was going to be a little bit better than that. I thought that was a pretty good one, but hey, we still took the gold medal, so we'll keep going. Out of 185, we got number 15. All right, we'll take that, top 9%. All right, so all gold so far. We are moving on to the last one here. Super Mario Bros. 2. We got a pretty clean run on this, but I feel like there may have been some spots where we could have shaved a little bit. Let's see how we fared. This is actually a pretty fun one. All right, a little over 4,000 people, 808, which is, top 20%. Wow, I thought that was going to be a little bit better. All right, should have spent a little more time with that, but so far, all golds, 27th out of 154, top 18. So we snuck in there with golds on the Mario 2 one, but wowzers. Just barely. All right, well, there you have it. Another week down, all gold medals this week. That's what we're aiming for. But let's get in here and take a look at next week, what we're going to be up against. All right, so not liking it. So that's the poison mushroom for Mario 2. I'm guessing, I guess they have had this one in the contest before. Our highest rank was a 53. So I guess we'll be taking that on. And then we got Monster Slayer in The Adventures of Link. We have Shu Lakitu in Mario Bros. We have Egg Toss. I feel like they've had Egg Toss a couple times. I could be wrong though. But I swear we just had that one recently and we had it before. And then Favorable Win in Kirby's Adventure, which, ooh, that's the one I'm most worried about for this week. But we'll be jumping in here and attacking these. We'll be back on Wednesday where we'll do the survival mode on these levels. But this week we got all golds. That's what we're aiming for. Now we need to get it back in here and get some world records. It's been a couple weeks since we've gotten a world record. So maybe we'll see what we can do. See if we can start, you know, going for some first place finishes in some of these. But I want to thank you guys for joining us on this one. Do me a favor, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. And if you're enjoying these videos, hit the like button. We hope to see you on the next one. Shoge World out.